All right, good afternoon. It's your Pratte here in the home studio in Monaca, Pennsylvania. Time now for the Coons Market Sports Page, something I told you we'd be doing from time to time. Don't forget, for the next big game, for everything for that big game party or whatever your favorite sporting event is, we have those Coons Market Cafes, Banksville Road, McKnight Road, over 600 varieties of your favorite beers, microbrews, craft beers, and more. The best selection of snacks, and of course, the meats that we have at Coons Market are second to none. So whether it's that pre-game meal, halftime snack, and post-game celebratory gathering, it's Coons Quality Foods. How do you find the one nearest you? Click on coonsmarket.com. So let's begin first off with the Pittsburgh Penguins, who lose to the Islanders last night. Their season was already over, but now it's moving into the future. Life with Sidney Crosby, the few years you have left with him on the roster, what do you do if you're the Pittsburgh Penguins? One thing is for sure, there's going to have to be some changes. They've missed the playoffs now for another year, and a lot of questions need to be answered. But I think we have a good ownership group. I think we have a bright future because I still think that Coach Sullivan is the man. And I think the front office understands what they need to do. And I think goaltending should be foremost in their mind. But again, to Sidney Crosby, thank you for another incredible year. To our Pittsburgh Pirates, a rough outing yesterday against the New York Mets. Home today and then back at it at PNC Park against Boston tomorrow. Now look, the American League East, everyone's playing well, especially the Yankees. Boston's starting to kind of getting things going in the right direction. But this is where the Pirates and Mitch Keller, who gets to start tomorrow, have to get back into the W column. You can't let these losing streaks, even if it's just a few, continue. You got to have a stopgap, and no better place to do it than right here at PNC Park. And hopefully Henry Davis will start to get settled in and not think too much, because we are counting on him to be the future, especially behind the plate. We know what he can do when he gets hot at the plate, but we want to see why the Pirates selected him as a catcher. Even though maybe they didn't have him in their plans right now as far as the immediate future, he's there now and he's got to settle in. Let's talk a little football. That a week from today, that's all anyone's going to be talking about, and we will be doing the exact same thing on the Coons Market Black and Gold Sunday show with the crew, Greg Dallas and Ted Arnaud. It's the National Football League Draft. So it's Caleb Williams, or is it? Well, right now, that looks as the odds-on favorite to be the choice of the Chicago Bears, and we now have the other phenom, Justin Fields, in our backfield, with Russell Wilson, a very solid veteran, Hall of Famer, I believe, who is going to be leading the way. How far that goes, one will see, but I surely hope we get to have an opportunity to see Justin Fields, because this truly is like getting a first-round selection quarterback, 25 years of age, and he is just starting to get to that point where people are thinking, imagine the possibilities. 25 years of age, out of Ohio State, a gifted athlete, powerful arm, great speed, physically strong, and the future is bright. And with Russell Wilson showing him the way, I think this could be the way of the future of your Pittsburgh Steelers. And when you think of this division, Joe Burrow young, Lamar Jackson young, this may be a gift from the football gods that we are looking at, having Justin Fields and Russell Wilson on the Pittsburgh Steelers. I don't know about you, but if you would have asked me this even a handful of months ago, I would have never thought it was possible. Najee Harris, hopefully they pick up that contract. We'll know in just a few weeks as far as his fifth-year option is concerned. And then we hope that they can get another offensive lineman. Maybe Mims out of Georgia to be the right tackle to go along with former Bulldog teammate Broderick Jones, or maybe that center that is so important. And one thing I have learned, that because of the defensive schemes in the National Football League today, and especially of all of our opponents in the AFC North, they need to get a center. And there's a few that are out there. One could actually drop to the second round, but if not, they may take a center with that 20th pick. So we're going to have to wait and see. But one thing is for sure, draft time is truly one of my favorite few days on the calendar throughout the year in the world of sports. And no one is a bigger brand than the NFL. NFL Network will be watching quite a bit. ESPN and every major sports outlet, CBS television sports, their network, of course, along with 93.7 The Fan, CBS Radio Sports, and for what we do at Odyssey and KDK 100.1 FM AM 1020. And I'd advise you to get that Odyssey app downloaded on your smartphone. It's free, AUDACY. So the Steelers pick and everyone's pick, you can stay plugged into what's happening, because Detroit, the Motor City, is going to be revved up in a few days, because Mr. Goodell, the commissioner, is bringing the National Football League draft to that city. So there's a lot of exciting things going on. But in basketball, NBA postseason, I still love the game. Excited that the Lakers are in, but can they beat Joker? That's right, Djokovic and the Denver Nuggets. Look, I go back to the ABA when Dan Issel was a member of that team. It's been a long time that I have been a fan of Denver, but I cannot tell a lie. I love the Los Angeles Lakers. Going back to those Sundays, tape-delayed broadcasts with Tim Ryan on CBS when Wilt Stilt Chamberlain and a guy by the name of Jerry West out of West Virginia was becoming the logo for the National Basketball Association. But I must tell you, Habib is playing well, and Philadelphia is a threat. You look at Brunson and what he has done with the resurging New York Knickerbockers. I don't think there's been a better time to be an NBA fan than right now. But I will also tell you what I've always been a fan of, and now the rest of the world is looking at it the same, the WNBA. And Caitlin Clark, if you can get a Indiana Fever jersey, good luck. They're selling out fast and have already sold out in many department stores and .coms throughout the country. She is going to be a difference maker, not just on the court, but when it comes to Madison Avenue. And I'm excited because that means more money and it's going to pour into the hands of these incredible athletes. And do you realize 35 of her games out of 40 are going to be on television? So we're going to have a chance to see the WNBA up close and personal, and that's exciting to me. The only thing that would be more exciting if we could get a franchise in Pittsburgh. But do you understand, not only did millions upon millions of people watch her in the college basketball tournament and all the other incredible great players like Angel Reese and others who are now stepping into the league. Reese headed to Chicago. She's heading to Indiana. I mean, 3 million people at one point were watching the WNBA draft, and I happen to be one of them. 3 million watching the WNBA draft. That's really cool stuff. So there's so much happening in the world of sports. The best way to stay plugged in, that Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, obviously, Odyssey, KDKA, 93.7 The Fan, and yes, the best hometown sports talk show anywhere, the Coons Market Black and Gold Sunday Show. It begins every Sunday right after local news at 11. So we're getting revved up for another big weekend of sports. Pirates in Boston at PNC Park, 1-800-BUY-BUCKS. The draft will be less than a week away by the time Sunday rolls around. The NBA postseason, the NHL postseason. Life is good, and the WNBA season is getting set to get started in weeks. You couldn't get any better than this. So make sure that you join me for those Coons Quality Food Sports Reports Saturday and Sunday morning, 5:15 a.m. and every half hour until 7:45 a.m. And of course, the crew and I, Greg Dialis, Ted Arnaud, and you're always welcome to phone in and join in on the best hometown sport talk show anywhere. The Coons Market Black and Gold Sunday Show, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Sundays on KDKA, 100.1 FM, AM 1020. It's your Pratt Pack. Remember, there's always more sports at 93.7thefan.com.